Hi everyone, welcome back to the F1 Career Mode series. This is it, the season finale at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. Qualifying is already underway and we're pushing hard through the first sector. This track is way more technical than what we've tackled before in the F2 car, but let's see if we can put it on pole. Now here comes the first real challenge, turn 5. On a perfect lap we'd carry solid speed through here and get on the throttle early. We take a slightly tighter line than needed, but we are still leading. On the straight, there's barely any speed difference between the F2 cars, so it's all about nailing those corners. No one can sacrifice their cornering performance to gain minor advantage for the straights. Now braking hard into turn 6. Oh no, we run a bit deep off the racing line and now we have to fight to recover before turn 7. We get some oversteer and a rough exit onto the DRS straight towards turn 8. That small mistake cost us. We're dropping positions. That chicane could hurt our chances. But we absolutely nailed turn 9, flying through the racing line, using every bit of the track and the curbs to launch out of the corner. We are closing the gap now, but here comes the toughest section, the zigzag turns at the end of last sector. A small lockup into turn 12, but we hold the racing line into 13. We're running too tight of a line on 14, but still getting good speed. Now into the final 2 corners, lifting slightly before turn 15, then full throttle to the last braking zone. A slight lockup, but we're all in. Foot down on the gas. And we take pole position. We secured the pole and now let's see if we can hold it. 5 red lights and it slides out and away we go. We have a good launch off the line and we are leading the pack coming into turn 1. The first few laps are all about running away and building a gap so that we won't get overtaken by the others. The first sector is mostly just pushing the car, but coming into turn 5 we have to actually start driving for real. I'm coming in a bit too fast and sliding off line with some understeer when going under power, and we lose most of the gap we managed to build in sector 1. Porsche is already within half a second. Locking up into turn 6 and the chicane is giving me hard time yet again, just as it did in the qualifying run. Porsche is managing to close the gap behind and is giving us a lot of pressure which I cannot handle properly, locking into turn 9. Still managing to hold the lead, we come into this slow zigzag corner combination in the last sector. I'm locking up yet again and for some reason trying to push through on 3rd gear. We are not pulling away from the others as we should here. Following closely should be a lot harder here, but we are the one making mistakes at the moment. Coming in the last corner for the first lap, we lock up our front right yet again and we are feeling the pressure. Nothing really happens in the first sector, but coming into turn 5 we lock up our front right and we are running a bit wide. We have a poor exit for the main straight and Porsche is almost at a touching distance. If he had DRS already, we will probably get past here. Minor lockup coming into the chicane, but we can hold the racing line decently for once and we manage to hold our lead. These back-to-back DRS zones are going to be scary the next time around if we can't pull away. Starting the 3rd lap, we get our first objective of the race and this time our engineer tells us to take care of our tires. This is going to be a big ask with my current driving, as I've been extremely prone to mistakes. I'm starting to feel like having the ABS off makes the game a lot harder when racing for positions. Coming into turn 5 we really need a good run for the straight, but I'm being a bit too cautious on the throttle at exit. As we head down the straight, Porsche is closing the gap with his DRS flap open and is gaining massively on us. Like the video and subscribe to the channel to give us a couple extra horsepower. Thank you. Big lockup into turn 6 and we are drifting wide. Porsche is going for a move and we are putting our elbows out and pushing him wide, holding on to our position. We managed to hold the position and are starting the 4th lap of the race with a lead of 0.3 seconds. Can we hold P1 for the rest of the race or will we get punished for our bad driving? Turn 5 is where we need to pull away if we want to stay at first. I'm coming in too tight on the corner and clip the inside curb which unsettles the car and we are late on the throttle and having very slow speed at the exit. Not even going to bother with a defensive move, as I'm just a sitting duck this time around. I'm trying to focus on the entry, but I'm afraid of contact and move a bit too much to the side and start braking on the curb, locking up and going wide again at the turn 6 chicane. Now we also get to open DRS and manage to hold the second place coming into turn 9. Starting the final lap now, and we are in the second place, which is more than enough to win the championship, but I want to win the race. Pushing too much on the first corner with our worn tires, we run wide and lose a lot of time. Now we are just trying to hang on to our second place. Porsche won't be caught unless he makes a mistake. We lock up our fronts at turn 5 again, but we are barely within DRS range of the car ahead, and we have a good run on the straight, holding Hauger behind us. But I cut turn 7 slightly and the car gets unsettled and I have to correct it. Terrible run on the straight and Hauger is gaining on us. He's 0.2 behind with DRS open and we are getting past. We are trailing too close to his rear and there's contact. We almost spin when our nose touches the rear of his car. 2 major mistakes on the last lap cost me the second place as well. We should have tried to go for some form of switcheroo or just flat out on the outside. Coming to the end of the lap, we are just trying to hold on to our P3 and finish the season on a podium, and we barely managed to do that. We crossed the finish line on P3 after a race filled with minor errors. We still managed to win the F2 championship with these 3 races and we advanced to Formula 1. We are signing a contract with Visa Cash App RB or Racing Bulls as I like to call them. Join me next time in the season opener of F1.